Turning our attention now to the Al-Qaeda-linked Al-Nusra Front launching an offensive on US-backed rebels in Syria. In a setback to the Obama administration's Syria strategy, moderate rebels have lost ground in recent days, and Al-Nusra militants have taken weapons off them, some even defecting to the group. Here to tell us more about this is Wassim Nasr, France 24's expert on jihadi movements. Wassim, why is it then that the Al-Nusra Front has launched this offensive on moderate rebels in Syria?
This offensive from this Al-Qaeda representative in Syria was very predictable. So we didn't know when it was going to happen, but all observers knew that it's going to happen at some point. Because when the strikes against the Islamic State began, US strikes, they also began against Al-Nusra Front. Even the first hits were against Al-Nusra Front in the region of Idleb. So Al-Nusra Front is the representative of Al-Qaeda, a terrorist organization, and it was on every US decision and even on the decisions regarding the Islamic State from the Security Council, the United Nations. So when they designated who is financing these terror groups, among the 6 persons that were designated, there were 5 from Nusra, despite the fact that the decision was aimed at the Islamic State. So for the US administration, they are the same, and they are hitting them the same way. Even 2 days ago, many US responsibles said that more strikes are going to hit the Al-Nusra Front. So this reaction of Al-Nusra Front in the region of Idlib, where many factions, many moderate factions, are helped by the US in arms, in training, in even finance, like Wassim organization, which was given TOW missiles, which was given training in Qatar or elsewhere. So Nusra is like trying to make a preventive hit to stop these groups from aiding the US. And this is what happened starting last Wednesday, and the Nusra Front won on the ground, and many of these groups or defected to Nusra or just gave up weapons. So this is very difficult today for the US administration to be relying on someone on its Syria policy against jihadi groups.
So the US Syria policy has taken a hit, and does it mean that the IS group is closer now to Al-Nusra?
We cannot say this, that they are close. They are still enemies. But yesterday, Abu Muhammad al-Julani, which is the emir of Al-Nusra Front, made an interview, 37 minutes, and he was very less critical of the Islamic State if we compare this to his previous statements. So the first result of this coalition on the ground, it stopped inner fightings between jihadist groups, between Al-Nusra and between ISIS, and even many fighters who weren't really deciding on which side they're going to be, today chose their side. It's either Nusra or ISIS, so and which makes the military situation on the ground of moderate groups very, very, very critical in the north, which was really the pinpoint of US help to Syrian rebels to counter jihadi groups.
Okay, thank you very much indeed for that analysis, Wassim.